Hello, hello. This is Pat with Petruska Papers. I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow and I watched a video today by Shabby Soul. She did a fabric spine mini junk journal and it just looks so much fun. Here I am. I may elaborate a little bit or divert a little bit, but I will link her video below. That again is Shabby Soul, and she used Tim Holtz papers, and so I went, my daughter had bought me some Tim Holtz. This is volume 1, so I don't know how many volumes there are now, but this is fairly old, and I thought I'm going to use it up. So this is what I had to choose from, and I'm choosing to kind of go on a floral theme. So here are my covers, and in the video she kind of talks about her sizes but not in great detail, so she basically says do what you want. That'll all work. So I have chosen to make my chipboard covers 3 3/4 inches wide, and hers were 5, and I liked that size, so 5. So I've got 2 chipboard pieces, and they're pretty strong chipboard. I don't think that's necessarily a have to, but that's just what I had. And then I cut my cover pieces. I've got 2 cover pieces, same size, 3 3/4 by 5, and then inside cover papers, same. I have 2 pieces of canvas, and I have torn them to be, or ripped them. They're about, I'm not going to count the fray, so it's about 5 1/4 wide and 4 3/4. So my spine may be just a little bit narrower than the height of my chipboard. Okay, 2 of those, and I'm a little concerned. Well, not concerned, but you know, with it being canvas, I'm not sure how thick it's going to be when I put the papers on, but we're going to go with it. Okay, and then we've got, she adds, which just kind of blows me away, because her albums or her journals get very chunky. So I guess we're going to add a lot of fun things. So these are pages. I'm doing 2 pages. I cut mine, which matches with this size of cover. I cut them 7 inches by 4 1/2. And I think hers were 6 by 4 1/2. So my covers may be just a little bit larger. I have scored it in the middle, which would be 3 1/2. No, yes, 3 1/2. Is that right? Boy, my math skills are super. And I did do some distressing. Okay. And I need an envelope. And I looked for an envelope pattern, and I looked, and I first looked for my envelope scoreboard from We Are Memory Keepers, and I looked and I looked and I looked, and I was like, I know it was here. Well, it's a big, long, my counter, and it got pushed behind, so I found it. Yay! So here it is. You don't have to have one if you've got an envelope pattern, or you can just fold a simple envelope, but I am going to use this. And I looked at the card size, and the card size is not really what I'm after. I'm really after envelope size, but I'm going to use 3 by 4, which tells me it's a 6 by 6 piece of paper, which works out great because Tim Holtz papers in here are 6 by 12. No, 6 by 10, excuse me, 6 by 10. So that works out good. So I've got my 6-inch piece, and I'm not really sure where this all starts, so I'm just going to go right there. And it tells me 2 5/8. Okay, so I am going to punch. It tells you select your size, turn the paper, align it to the score line, measure your 2 5/8, punch and score right down here. And then you turn this, and I can't always see that line, so I'm just going to distress it and line that up with this little line and punch and score. I did that kind of backwards. I think I will also do that again, because that made it very easy to see. Punch and score. There. Just a swipe of distress ink, and there. Oh, and right there. Okay. And this has a little rounding thing. Those don't need to be rounded. So those will fold in. I think this is going to be my, no. Yeah, this is my, no. This is my flap, I think. So I want to round this right there. And I want to cut that off because I want it to be flush with the tops of those, the wings, for lack of a better term, right there. So I'm just going to snip that off like that. I'm going to do some quick stressing around there and around there and along there. I think that's the only places we're going to see. And this is where I'm going to sew it in. Yes, yes, no. This is where I sew it in. Okay. This won't be seen. Okay. There, there, and there. So this will become one of the pages. All right. So she suggests that you adhere the covers first. So I'm doing it. Yes. Yes, you may not have this awesome wide tape, but glue them on. However, I am going to use this, which is exactly 5 inches. Now, if I had cut straight before, they'll be straight. If I haven't, well, you got it. It won't be straight. So, I don't know how sharp this craft blade is, but we're going to pretend it's sharp. And just cut that. Sure, cut it. Oh my goodness. Well, thank heavens for Distress ink. We'll have to distress the heck out of it. And down there. Okay. And let's do the next cover piece. I think I'm going to put it on here and just trim up both sides since I'm so good at doing a straight line. Do that. There. And then right on here. Save that. All right, let's give it a good burnish. Let's put that away before we stab ourselves. And push that. And needs to be trimmed. See just a smidge along there. Okay, so now the fun part, getting that paper backing off. Sticky on there already. Maybe that'll help. I doubt it. Okay. That one's off. And I'll line up those two corners. And you would think they would match up exactly. There may have to be some trimming on there. Right, let's do this one and see if it's the same. It's very possible. I don't know how to measure. Come on. I see you there. There we go. And corner to corner. There must be a little bit of a difference in that one chipboard. I'm just going to even that up along there. That paper is just hanging over just a bit. Oh, come on. And I think I am going to try to even that up. I'm not sure that this is my sharpest craft knife. There we go. Okay, and there. Okay, let's do on that side. And they're pretty even. Okay. Cover is made. And The next thing will be to sew in the pages, but from what I saw, this is basically what we're doing. This will go on here like that and be your spine. Okay, so she took her fabric and finger pressed it in half. Don't know how good this is going to press. Oh, pretty good. And then take the envelope and I'm going to go sew right down there. And I don't have my sewing machine where I can show you, so I will be right back. Okay, I have sewn in the envelope, and while I was there I sewed the pages, and I did something that helped me. I did a little pencil mark at half at the top and the bottom, and a quarter inch away from half I did another 2 little marks, and then the other direction. And one thing I'm noticing is that as you sew, it wants to curl, and because when you open these to do this one, you've got that kind of a little bit of a curl there, so you've got to kind of work that to keep that quarter inch. And she talks about that sometimes you get a wonky page that's a little bit off, and I think that's why, because that it just starts to curl a little bit. But there it is. If you watch much of me, you know I don't do a lot of sewing, but I did. All right, next thing we are going to do is put on the inside pages. Now, while I was off camera, I went ahead and did double-sided tape. In retrospect, I'm not sure, but we're gonna forge ahead here. So, and I suggest you watch her video because she is the master. Let's see, can I get that? I don't want to take all of this off. I only want to take off about that much, maybe not even that much, because this is going to be adhered about 1/4 of an inch from that sewing. So lining it up about right there. And I'm seeing that my double-sided tape may not be the best answer well, maybe it doesn't matter. Let's pull this out. There. Maybe. She used something I don't have. It's Tim Holtz Collage Medium. I don't think I have that. I don't have Tim Holtz. And I've never opened this. This is Diana Wakely. Oh, we may use that with a brush. Okay, when we're doing getting the fabric to the fabric. Okay. All right, let's repeat over here. Let's get in there. Yeah, come on. Sometimes it's just easier, maybe not this time, to get in there with my nail. There we go. And again, I'm not going all the way off. And again, I want it about a 1/4 inch from, I hope you can see, right, like, come on, come on, come on, right, like, oh, I can't, and then I need to, I don't think I've got that fabric, I'm kind of pulling it, oh, stop, that, okay, I think that's good, and flip this over, pull that, got a piece there, come off, all right. All right, so here it is. Awesome. And next, adding the second piece of the spine fabric onto here, I went ahead and I took off the rest of the double-sided tape, and I am just going to, we'll use that as we go. So here, we're going to try this. Again, it was Gel Medium, Dana Wakely. Tim Holtz has some also, and I think they're both from Ranger. So I'm just going to add this with a little brush onto just the fabric for now. And I'm going to make sure that I've got those stitches covered. And as the Shabby Soul was saying, lots of S's in there, is that you are merging these two pieces of fabric. All right, so I'm going to put you there. And then I want to get in there. I want them nicely adhered to each other. Do some more in here. Okay. And let's put the lid back on this. We'll see how this works. Okay. So there we are. And now we're going to put the cover on, the two covers. Now, I do have a right and a wrong. It looks like up and down. So I want this that way and this that way. And let's use this stuff. So glad I went and cleaned the brush. I am tempted to put double-sided tape on it, but let's do this. Okay. So cover this really well with this. All the edges. I definitely hope this works. If not, we'll be deconstructing and reconstructing. Let's see, push that off to the side. Okay, so you are this side. So I'm going to match it. And remember, I've got some double-sided tape on that inside cover. Okay, have I got them lined up? I think so. Okay. Let's pull this up. I'm burnishing through many edges. I don't know if you could hear that. My husband's outside my shed banging on the wall. Thanks a lot, dear. Where is that? There's a paper towel. Giving it a good burnish because I was pretty generous with that collage medium or gel medium. Works. Okay. Oh, let's do this side. Let's turn this around so it's the right way. And here we go. Oh, please. I do hope you're sticking. Don't want to be too generous. You know, I'm so brave to do this, aren't I? You should always use something you're already familiar with. Don't try something new while you're filming. Okay, so here we go. Right on that edge there. Kind of matched up. Do we? One thing is I do have some playtime or wiggle room or whatever you want to call it. Oh, wiggled it right off. Okay, come on. Where is that edge? There it is. There. Come on, I think I moved down a bit. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm good. Okay, let's do some burnishing. Okay, there is my little book. Oh, and that down there. And that down there. And let's put that lid on. Wash that brush a little bit. Cute. It is cute. It's a great little size, isn't it? Now, something she did that I liked, she put some lace around there, and I'm going to be right back. I want to see if I can find some lace. Okay, I found something, and I don't know where I got that from. So I think will be nice right along there. Now, when she put on her lace, she did not adhere it to the spine, so we're only going to adhere it to the front and the back of the book. So I'm going to just come right along. My scissors have lots of double-sided tape on them. If I could, there we go. Should have my fabric scissors for that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to, again, you know what, I think I'm gonna use Fabrifix. I think I am. Instead of the other with the brush. And is there a right and wrong? Well, it's not obvious, but, and I have been working on getting my Fabrifix down to the, into the nozzle. So I'm gonna just put it along these bigger pieces of lace along this edge. I'm sorry, you might not even be able to see because of the clearness of it. Okay. And right along here. I think my Fabrifix needs some thinning. Actually, I probably just need some new Fabrifix. Well, let's do that and see if that's enough to stick it down. All right. This is the front. Like that. And then there. Oh, that looks sweet, doesn't it? Don't have enough there. Let's do some touch up. That felt like that got enough. We're okay there. We're okay there. All right. Well, I think this is fun. I'm going to have to watch and see where she heads with her other pieces of this book. I don't know. I think she said she would do more on that. But definitely fun, and I will link her video below so you can watch, and I hope you'll try this. All right, hey, thank you so much. It's always fun to create. So have a good weekend and create. Bye-bye.